Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning in for another installment of Lionsbridge FC Soccer. The Pride take on their fifth contest of the season. This the third here at Pomoco Stadium. It'll be the Pride of the Lionsbridge FC playing against the All-Navy team. All-Navy Soccer coming in for a tune-up match before a tournament for them. Lionsbridge FC, a chance to prove themselves, and it is all happening right here at Pomoco Stadium on this 30th day of May. I'm Rob Smith, joined by Patrick Garber. And first and foremost, Patrick, happy Wednesday. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Rob. How are you tonight?
It is a beautiful night for soccer, a little bit cloudy, not necessarily clear skies. We've had some rain, but I can't complain under the cover of the Perry Press Box here at Pomoco Stadium, and looking forward to another contest. No points on the line this evening, and we were talking before the broadcast. I came into this one thinking no points on the line, nothing to really worry about. Why does this one matter? And obviously there are plenty of reasons as to why this game matters for both sides. Patrick, you kind of enlightened me a little bit. Why don't you go over them here?
Okay, Rob. So first and foremost, tonight for the Lionsbridge team, it is a chance for these players of the Pride to show their worth for this team. These guys may not get another opportunity the rest of the season to get out on this pitch for the fans. And for the All-Navy team, this is the this is the final tune-up for these guys before their big tournament, the United States Armed Forces Sports Soccer Tournament, where they have been named 5-time champs, last time winning in 2003. So hopefully they can get back to their winning ways too.
So the Navy soccer team, the All-Navy team, coming here to the 757 today to get tuned up for that tournament. Last time they won about 15 years ago, so trying to get back to, like you said, their winning ways. As for Lionsbridge, a little bit of a different starting lineup than you're used to this evening, and these guys playing in tonight's contest, trying to prove to head coach Chris Wally that they deserve to be in the lineup in those PDL games. So this one's certainly meaningful for both sides. We'll get into starting lineups here in just a moment, as we've got starting lineups, national anthem, and opening kickoff coming for you right now. We'll begin with the visiting team, the All-Navy men. So in goal tonight for All-Navy, number 1, it's going to be John Mayo. In front of him, 4 defenders, 5 midfielders, and a forward. Before we get into the formation in front of John Mayo, what would be the best explanation as to why have 5 midfielders instead of maybe spread it out into a 4-4-2?
So basically what most teams do with 5 midfielders is they drop 2 midfielders back as holding midfielders right in front of the back 4 as more defensively. These guys will sit in front of the back 4, make tackles, make the passes around the midfield, and distribute the ball out wide to the wingers.
So basically it seems like the reasoning behind spreading this thing out or using 5 midfielders is ball control in the midfield and kind of spreading things out from end to end. So doing that today, Alex Manny, Garneth Robinson, Michael Tootingham, and Damian Brown, they'll be the back line in front of John Mayo defensively for the men of Navy. In front of them, the midfielders Hector Arellano, Martin Sanchez, Orlando Zapata Garcia, Dan Hinckley, and Kidani Beringer. And then the forward today, hoping to be the scorer for All-Navy, Devontae Eckford. Anybody stand out here in this starting lineup, Patrick, for All-Navy, or are you just looking to see a not just well-trained, but a well-in-shape program?
I have not found too much about this team so far. I assume that they are really, really well-rounded, and they are well in shape, of course, being in the Navy. But hopefully we get a good match here tonight.
You would imagine, and you would hope so, and that just highlights the importance of conditioning here as the starting lineups now for Lionsbridge FC. In goal tonight, it'll be Kyle McGovern. He last played on Saturday against the Mutiny of Myrtle Beach. Ended up giving up a couple of goals, neither of which really his fault, and we'll get into those in a little bit as this game continues. In front of him defensively, Austin Matthews and Josh Spencer. Normals in the starting lineup. They'll be in on the left back and center right respectively, and then joining them Austin Graham and Robbie Jenkinson. Moving forward in the midfield today, Jamie Gunderson gets a shot in the midfield as opposed to playing in that back left position defensively. He'll move out to the midfield today. Gunderson will be right next to Gael Kisombe and then Hazuki Hashizume, both making their first starts this evening, as well as Parker Washburn on the right side. And then forwards today, Cleef, Desir, and Aladdin Elfares for the pride of Lionsbridge FC. So looking at this starting lineup here for the Bridge, Patrick, final thoughts before we head into the national anthem.
I expect Cleef Desir and Jamie Gunderson to lead this team forward, and Austin Graham and Austin Matthews be very solid defensively for the Pride tonight.
We're looking for a good contest this evening. We'll step away for the introduction of the starting lineups and the national anthem. You're watching Lionsbridge FC Soccer on Facebook.com/Lionsbridge FC. Starting lineups set. National anthem played, and a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by students this evening from Soundscapes. Nice job on the national anthem. They were having a lot of fun on the track before the game, and they certainly delivered on that rendition of the anthem. And that means it is time for Lionsbridge FC Soccer, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, eat more chickens, the official uniform sponsor of Lionsbridge FC. In addition, Lionsbridge FC is brought to you by Nike. Just do it, those who create the uniforms. Behind the south end zone, you'll find the Tradition Brewing Festival. Tradition Brewing Company, the official brewing company of Lionsbridge FC. Head to City Center and ask for a Lionsbridge lager. Tradition Brewing Company is bringing tradition to the Lionsbridge. Riverside Medical Group. Riverside Medical Group keeps your player in the games. The official medical and athletic training sponsor of Lionsbridge FC, as well as Quality Productions. Need a video production done? Go to Quality. They do good stuff. It's time for opening kickoff here. Lionsbridge FC and the All-Navy soccer team. And Patrick, what are your keys to success tonight?
So for tonight for Lionsbridge is basically how well these players play together. A lot of them new faces around the team, and hopefully they will put in good solid performance, show Chris Wally why they deserve to be on this team. For the All-Navy team, like we said before the game, is the final preparation game before their big soccer tournament against the other armed forces. And they just want to put out a good performance. They're excited to be here. They're fans. They drove all the way down here from D.C. They're excited to be here. And most importantly, the final key, how will the pitch hold up under these conditions? It's hot and humid. Will the players cramp up? And it's a nice breeze, so hopefully that helps a lot.
I mean, we're enjoying the breeze up here in the press box. I don't know how much of it they'll be able to get down there on the field. However, it did rain a little bit. You are correct. But overall, the pitch is relatively firm, and hopefully it doesn't rain too much more. It's 7:08 here in Newport News, and that means it's time for Lionsbridge FC Soccer to get underway. The officials get the check. Assistant referee gets one. The other gets two. And the head official in the middle gets set to go. Starts his clock, blows the whistle, and away we go. Lionsbridge FC rocking the grays this evening. They'll be going from right to left here in the opening half. In the baby blues and navy shorts, you'll see the all-navy team, and they'll be going from left to right here in the opening 45. So Lionsbridge FC starts this one with the ball, and they give it up. Kick that ball out of bounds. Numbers are a lot easier to read than I thought they'd be in those gray uniforms. Contrast between gray and white, certainly not as easy to see as the contrast between those baby blues and white of the All-Navy. I appreciate the thought from the Navy team, so you can have some uniforms some broadcasters can read. Nothing worse than a uniform you can't decipher from. Is, I believe that's 17. Austin Graham going back to collect. Graham will give it back to Kyle McGovern. So we are 60 seconds into the contest. No real threats yet. Both sides trying to get possession of the ball and maintain it for a little bit. There goes number 2. That is Alex Manny. And this Navy team, Patrick, seems to be a little bit bigger than Lionsbridge, both in height as well as in kind of just overall size.
Yeah, Rob, you could see from the beginning when they were warming up, they seemed really big, really well fit, and that's just something you would expect out of a team from the Navy. You have to be physically fit to be in the Navy, as well as other armed forces.
Pushing forward and out of play was Jamie Gunderson on the midfield. Gunderson just couldn't outrun that, or I guess that ball outran Gunderson, rather. He's going to have to come back. Good aggressive tackle there by 27 Kisombe. Now coming the other way goes Beringer. Let's go with that. Now onside is Beringer. He'll give it up to Martin Sanchez. Sanchez now. Sanchez puts one up and in. Beringer gets his head on it, but Kyle McGovern is right there to scoop it up off the Bermuda grass. Now Matthews forward. Can't find Aladdin Elfares. Ball ends up back in Tuddingham's feet, and Tuddingham will give it back to John Mayonnaise. Now Navy maintaining a little bit of possession. That ball in the hands of Areno. And now skied into the air by 15. That is Martin Sanchez. And retreating back to Damian Brown. I'm not sure what to do with it as he's back and pinned in a corner there by Cleef Desir. And the Bridge have it back. Gunderson there in the midfield almost had it and then got taken down and trucked almost by 17 Tuddingham. Now very onside, but very out of play. Now goes Elfares. And Gunderson certainly wasn't happy by the play of Tuddingham, kind of taking him down. And it was kind of an aggressive play there, Patrick. I don't know if you saw it. But
yeah, John, it was Jimmy Gunderson played a nice ball over the top trying to find Elfares. Just unlucky with the bounce in this pitch. Pitch not the best condition it could be right now as the ball just rolled out of bounds.
Ball passed into Sanchez. Sanchez now looks like he wants to switch fields. Instead, he retreats back for a brief moment. Now forward and going to get it is Beringer. And good defense. I believe that was Austin Graham. Graham now onward looking for Elfares. No, it was Desir rather, and Parker Washburn leaves it for his defender, 17 Austin Graham. Graham creeps up a little bit on the sideline on the throw-in. Gives it up to Elfares. Now Gunderson in the midfield. Gunderson gets tackled from behind, but still makes a successful pass in the run and booting it out of play. I believe that was Robbie Jenkinson on the outside. John Mayo puts it back in. It stays in the Navy possession as out of play it goes, and just kind of a back and forth so far as possession is concerned through the first 7 minutes.
We need some excitement, Rob.
Not a lot of people here tonight. Late arriving partial sellout. As the Wednesday night crowd, not necessarily one that you expect to be a full house. I mean, there are enough people here, but still you'd like to see more for a home game.
You could kind of blame that on the weather too.
It has been rough weather. But in addition to that, just not a lot of energy it seems here. A goal early certainly would do that, as Lionsbridge hasn't scored in quite a bit here on their home turf. Now coming in, an opportunity in, shot, and a goal! Number 13, Cleef Desir, the Haitian sensation, does it for the Bridge.
Yeah, Rob, great goal there by Cleef Desir. He pulled off his defender as Hazuki Hashizume passed the ball right across the face of the goal, and all Cleef had to do was just slot the ball in the bottom corner. He beats John Mayo, unlucky for him, and the Bridge is up 1-0 early in this match. That's the excitement we needed.
That's exactly what the Bridge needed there, as Cleef Desir puts it in the back of the net, and the Bridge are on top here early in this one. And we noticed the other day against the Mutiny of Myrtle Beach that an early goal would have definitely changed the type of game that it was, and it ended up there was an early goal. Just happened to come from the Mutiny in minute number 4. The last time this team played on a Wednesday, they scored 3 goals in a 3-minute period, and that really propelled them forward to a successful rest of their day. And I think they know that pushing offensively quickly here is the ticket to success. And on top of that, these guys in the lineup have something to prove. They wouldn't be playing every night, not just in these friendlies here. And so they might be working harder than you'd see on a normal evening.
Yeah, Rob. Cleef Desir getting that goal is really going to help him, help his confidence, help him get into the starting lineup for future games, as he's been starting on the bench the past couple of nights for the PDL team. He's been starting behind Jalen Brown and Max Pelker. Both of them have not scored. They didn't score in the last game. Jalen's been missing the target, and maybe Chris Wally can use Cleef Desir in this next match. As that shot from Orlando Zapata Garcia goes right into the gloves of Kyle McGovern.
One nothing the score here in the contest. Goal coming from Cleef Desir and the foul called, and Desir will shake up with Hector Arellano. Free kick from about midfield. Spins back and a good header and a almost beautiful one-touch. They'll get an opportunity still again. Was 14 Garneth Robinson. Robinson just missed the one-touch there. That would have been a beautiful one too. And I don't think there is anything McGovern was ready for. A header over the net for a Navy corner kick.
It'll be interesting, Rob, to see how this all-Navy team responds to the early Lionsbridge goal, as they were controlling the ball, controlling the amount of possession early in this match.
Kyle McGovern after the corner kick there will kick this one away, and not going to do a 50-50 ball. They'll just give it right up, and the 50-50 ball comes this time. Not offsides as Hashizume has the chance to go and get it, and the ball just gets cleared. And into Gunderson. Gunderson back to his defenseman, now forward, looking for Desir. No good. Now coming forward for the bridge, it's number 27, Kisombe. Kisombe gives it up to Desir. Desir now on the outside, gives it up to Washburn. Washburn now puts the ball up, getting his head on it. No, and just getting cleared away, and the bridge will have to try again. Good threat there, and Austin Graham. Graham will look for Desir, and that ball gets cleared for the moment. And now Navy has it back. Now a good leave. And Orlando Zapata Garcia hustled after it, but couldn't quite get there in time. Spencer now forward, stays in play. Hashizume now to Gunderson. Gunderson forward, sees his man and hustling after it. Not going to get there in time is 25 Parker Washburn. No, 25 is Robbie Jenkinson, forgive me. 26 Parker Washburn. Both on completely different sides of the field. And Patrick, after the goal, this one comes across, looking for Washburn and not finding him. After the goal, Navy's been trying to, I guess, maintain or get some kind of possession, and they haven't been able to do it. And it seems like the Pride are just trying to, instead of working possession or instead of holding on to the ball, just trying to clip it over the top.
Yeah, Rob, most of the possession from the Pride has been deep balls over the top looking for Desir or Hashizume on the right side. And it's basically given us a really, really choppy game so far. Unfortunately, most of these fans don't want to see that. They want to see many goals. They want to see very good passing and possession from this Lionsbridge team. And they just want something to get them going. That goal from Cleef did spark a little out of the home crowd, but nothing really since then.
I think that's the plan of attack, at least it seems, is for now just try to go over the top of that defensive wall. I feel like the Pride feel as if they are a little bit quicker than these Navy men. As this team from Navy might be able to endure Lionsbridge. They might be better conditioned for the full 90, but for now in a sprinting contest, Lionsbridge feels like they have the edge, and so why not kick that ball up and over and see who can make the adjustment and who can basically sprint to the ball first. I believe as this one continues, the game plan will likely change. As there's a little bit of fog, I guess not necessarily fog, but low clouds. Not low enough to be considered fog, I guess. Not exactly a beautiful night in Newport News, Virginia. Clouds are out and about. No rain, though, and that's key.
Hopefully it will stay like that.
Forward, and a near mistake by Austin Matthews. He tripped up and booted it back to his keeper. And McGovern was there, thank the Lord, but it didn't necessarily look like that pass was intentional, Patrick.
Oh no, it looked like Austin Matthews just slipped at the most vital time Luckily for him, it did end up going through his legs right back to the goalkeeper and out of the reach of number 9, Devontae Eckford, for the All-Navy team.
So Lionsbridge, being that this is not a Premier Development League game, allowed to have more than 6 on the bench. That ball up in the air. Heads up and into the hands of John Mayo. Not sure who initially got their head on it, but an opportunity for the Bridge nonetheless. Now taken away by Graham. Graham will lose it right back to his man, number 21, Zapata Garcia. And now forward goes Eckford. Eckford's going to get there, still on sides and with plenty of time to cross. Now going to get it is Graham. A ball in and headed away. And the Bridge will have to continue defending here, is throwing it in number 2, Alex Manny. Manny now with it, trying not to lose it, and he does just that. Graham creeps up the sideline a little bit more. Manny heads it over to Behringer. Now Ariano. Back to Manny. And this Navy team trying to garner some possession here. That ball forward to Behringer. And a great speed of 15 Matthews. Gets it, but Matthews boots it right out of play. And I believe that was intentional. And so it gives his team the opportunity to set up. However, it also gives Navy the opportunity to prepare themselves for a set piece in the box. A dangerous chance here for the men of All Navy. Throwing in 9, Eckford. Eckford throws it forward. It's going up, and it catches a bit of the breeze, and the jet stream takes it over the cage of Kyle McGovern. And McGovern will send that quickly. I'm not sure he even stopped the ball from moving after a fan threw it back in. Official's not going to have a problem with it. Eckford charges. And McGovern gives it right back to Navy. Not a whole lot of possession control in this one. Just a lot of fast break chances for the Pride and for the men of Navy. They've made attempts. They have gotten closer and closer to maintaining some possession, but still not quite yet. So now it's time for the Bridge to earn their spot on the ball. That throw-in was lofty as opposed to the rockets we typically see off the arms of Matthews. Breeze continuing to come in. If nothing else, Patrick, at the very least, it's not hot.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm very grateful for, and I'm sure a lot of these players are as well tonight. The only thing is humid.
And you know, as humid as it was earlier today, I've almost become like, I don't even notice it anymore. I can't tell if that's rain or just more fog in front of the lights. But it's certainly not clear.
There's a couple punts now from Kyle McGovern that's just gone straight out of bounds. And I know this field is very narrow, but hopefully he can clean that up later in this match.
"22nd minute of the contest. Is it mist? Is it fog? Who knows? It's the question of the half. In a game where the Pride can't earn any points, we concern ourselves with other trivial matters. Maybe it's missed as the Prideman slips on the ball. That ball forward. Graham tosses it back in, and play has become a little bit tamed. We're back to where we felt we were in the first 5 minutes of the game, where it was just kind of kickball. And just as I say that, there goes Hashizume on the far side looking across. He does just that. Now Desir tries to get his head on it, and he gets cleared away by Navy. Good chance here for the Bridge, and they'll continue this opportunity with a corner kick on the far side taken by Parker Washburn.
Yeah, Rob, very good build-up play there by the Bridge. Good ball into the box by Hashizume, and unlucky not to get his head on it was Cleef Desir for a potential second goal of the night.
Parker Washburn ready to go. Looks like a head and shoulders model out there. Ball up in the air, beautiful pass just to nobody as it's going to get out of play for a goal kick. Lionsbridge FC would like to thank its top partners. Top partners including Chick-fil-A, official jersey sponsor of Lionsbridge FC. So here's an opportunity here for the All-Navy team. And for a moment, it gets cleared. And now the Bridge send it back. Sure to stop by Chick-fil-A after any Lionsbridge home game. Pick up a milkshake. It'll definitely cool you off after a hot summer evening contest. Looking to be cooled off here at the stadium. Kona Ice is always going to be here. Riverside Medical Group, the official medical group of Lionsbridge FC. Keep your player in the game with Riverside Medical Group. Nike, the official uniform sponsor of Lionsbridge FC. Nike, just do it. Got a mosquito problem? Call Mosquito Joe. Mosquito Joe's the only man in Newport News you want to call about a mosquito issue in your home. Tradition Brewing Company, is that ball thrown up and in, missed by Lionsbridge FC. Tradition Brewing Company in City Center. Be sure to head to Tradition Brewing and ask for a Lionsbridge lager. If you're ever looking to come to a Lionsbridge FC game, Traditions will be here. You can get those tickets for any Lionsbridge FC game on lionsbridgefc.com/tickets, I believe, and you can pick those up at Whole Foods Market. Still not a whole lot of exciting play. Lionsbridge they've had their chances, and Navy has had almost chances. I wouldn't necessarily call them scoring opportunities, but they've been just steps away from that. From just that, as Cleef Desir gets bodied by a couple of Navy men. Good slide tackle on the midshipman, as Josh Spencer does. Now pass back, and Jenkinson's going to be right there, and a little bit of contact there at the midfield. I believe it was Kisombe who took down the forward Eckford, but they both get up after a 50-50 ball, I believe, and now we're back at the midfield where it all began. Now forward, good one-touch there by Aladdin Elfares. Elfares now shoots in wide, left, misses. No save attempt for John Mayo. He just let that one go. But Mayo was right in the spot he needed to be to make the save should it had gotten that far.
Another unlucky attempt there by Lionsbridge. Great build-up play once again as Jamie Gunderson slots in Aladdin Elfares, and Elfares just couldn't wrap his foot around it to get the shot on goal.
And that ball booted out of play, and it kind of seems like it's been an issue for both McGovern and Mayo today, keeping the goal kicks in the field of play.
Yeah, and that just goes back to this field being so narrow.
But even still, you think you got at least 53 yards across. maybe 52 at most, but both sides missing the greens today. No fairways either. We're going straight to the bunker. Now on the outside, there goes Desir and Elfares. Elfares shoots and the save is made. Coming back is Washburn, and it's cleared away by Tuttingham. And the bridge will get a corner kick.
You saw Elfares very, very selfish there. He could have played in either Desir or Washburn. Oh, and it went out for a goal kick. I thought that went out for a corner.
I want to watch that one again. Wow.
Great save there by Mayo, though.
I think that should have been a corner kick. I think that call was missed, to be honest. Granted, we don't get paid to make those calls. We just get paid to talk about them. In fact, we don't get paid at all.
We don't even get paid at all.
And maybe that's why. It's okay. It's just a broadcast on Facebook.com/Lionsbridge FC. We thank you for tuning in, those of you at home. Got a great crew bringing you this contest here at Pomoco Stadium. Austin Gregory and the production crew. That ball into Desir, and Desir's clapping his hands in frustration. Both men go down. Doesn't seem like Hashizume is happy about that call, and he'll just get up and walk away. And the rest of play will go with him. Ball gets stopped by Graham. Austin and Christian Urch on cameras this evening. Mike Santamoro on production and Julian Santamoro on replays. Austin Gregory on in-game production. There goes another chance here for the bridge. Jamie Gunderson. Gunderson gives it to Washburn on the outside. Washburn now sees Desir, but he's going to click back. And that ball up and in the box. It bounces around and cleared momentarily here by number 14, Garneth Robinson. I believe that maybe was Sanchez, not Robinson. It is Sanchez. Sanchez tosses it away to Damian Brown, and Brown tosses away. And finally some controlled possession. Half an hour into the contest. 1-0 our score after a 8th-minute goal from Cleef Desir. A Haitian sensation made it a 1-0 contest after a beautiful bit of offense from the Lionsbridge forward group. Now an opportunity for the bridge. There goes Aladdin Elfares. Elfares getting a little cheeky with it. Kicks it to the outside. Here the Lions Den making their songs heard for certain. I believe that's a megaphone. Maybe they can come up here and do the broadcast. That ball on the near side. Headed in, almost in the back of the net. I believe it was Hashizume who finally got his foot on it. I'm not really sure. No, it seemed to be Elfares, but a dangerous opportunity nonetheless, as we'll watch it, or as we did watch it just one more time, and there it is. No, it was Washburn, actually, that almost got the final kick, but I absolutely would have missed that one at the scrum in front of the net. Here come the men from Navy. There goes Eckford. Eckford gets stopped, and Patrick, the bridge has been exceptional here defensively so far today.
Yeah, Rob, those two in the back, Josh Spencer and Austin Matthews, you expect it from them as they've been playing most of the PDL games. You see, Austin Graham has been doing very well on this left-hand side as well as Robbie Jenkinson on the right, and they've pretty much just shut down all roads forward towards Devontae Eckford and Kadani Beringer.
Decide to open the windows tonight. The Lions Den decides to move to our side of the field, and you can certainly hear everything as they continue to cheer on their home team, and you can join them. I believe next Wednesday is their next home game on June 6th. They'll be playing against Tobacco Road FC. Be sure to swing by for that pregame festival. Tradition Brewing, as well as bounce houses for the kids. Adult tickets are $8. Tickets for kids, I believe it's 12 and under, are $2. It's a little something for the whole family, as well as food trucks, beer, Lionsbridge merchandise, and of course, your favorite Peninsula soccer team.
We just saw our very first sub of the match 34 minutes into this game from Navy as Orlando Zapata Garcia checked out for Luis Zamora, number 11 for Navy. So hopefully Orlando Zapata Garcia is not injured, and it's just a scheduled substitution here for the men from All Navy.
So Luis Zamora into the game now. He is 11 in blue for the Navy men. Not sure if we can call them the midshipmen like they are at the United States Naval Academy. However, I wouldn't see it as completely out of the question. 36th minute of this contest. We appreciate you tuning in. Nothing contest here in Newport News. The next time this Lionsbridge team will be in action is on Saturday. Lionsbridge, their schedule includes this final game here in May, and then they start their June schedule on the road at Carolina Dynamo. A week from today, we mentioned they'll be playing Tobacco Road FC as that ball sent well beyond the box. And so Kyle McGovern will get to reinsert that one into play. Saturday game, June 9th is home, and then they're back on the road for their final game against Tobacco Road FC before a June 16th game against North Carolina U23, and then 2 more games on the road in June. So count them. 7 June games. Of those 7, 3 of them here at home.
We just saw another sub there, Rob, from the men from All Navy as Jameel Morris checks in to midfield for number 4, Dan Hinckley.
So Jameel Morris wearing 5 here for the men in blue.
So it looks like maybe these guys who are checking in early, they're just scheduled substitutions. and nothing to worry about them being injured. Just want to keep the guys fresh for this upcoming tournament for the United States Armed Forces Sports Soccer Tournament.
We wish them the best of luck in that tournament.
Hopefully they can bring back another championship.
Kind of have a little bit of a rooting interest now that we've seen them play. And
the crowd's starting to get into it a little more now, stomping on the bleachers, trying to get this Lionsbridge team going.
And this home crowd is, other than the Lions Den over there on our right, is relatively lethargic. Clearly excited to be at the stadium on such a foggy evening, misty evening, whatever you want to call it, fog or mist. Certainly something. That ball up in the air, now on the 18 and cleared. And
Desir there wanted a foul on number 23, Damian Brown, but the referee just ignored him.
seems like they're just letting him play. Haven't been a whole lot of fouls as Hashizume gives it up to his man Gael Kisombe. Gunderson to Kisombe. Kisombe's going to look for his man inside. I believe that's Elfares. Kisombe kicks to the outside instead. Hashizume gives it in, and I think, not sure who that was, as Gunderson's going to kick it away.
If one of the forwards would have gambled there, the goalkeeper second-guessed himself on coming out, and they could have possibly put the ball in the back of the net for a second goal. Definitely got this crowd going again. A slip there from number 22, Josh Spencer.
The good hustle play by Graham, Austin.
You can see this pitch. Many players are slipping up on this pitch tonight, Rob. Does not look the best it has been in previous games this season. Hopefully it will straighten out for the rest of the season. We see a nice green pitch here for the players.
Ball up in the air. Navy puts it up and into the hands of Kyle McGovern. And now coming back on the counterattack are the Bridge. Trying to stay on sides and looking for Hashizume, and Washburn gets knocked down. And staying with this side is Lionsbridge. Ball bounces around and a save by John Mayo.
Outside of that very first goal from Lionsbridge, John Mayo has looked very solid, saving a couple of shots here and there from the Pride. Hopefully he keeps it up. As number 14 there, Garneth Robinson just runs out of space on this field. And goes out for a goal kick for Kyle McGovern and Lionsbridge.
My apologies to those of you listening and the misuse of the word midshipman. That's the United States Naval Academy. That shot on is saved by Mayo. As I've since been informed that All Navy works just fine, so I apologize to those of you who took that and have since informed me that it is otherwise. Not mean to offend anybody. So All Navy now with the ball back.
Oh.
43rd minute of the contest.
There's an unlucky foul there on Kisombe as he went in trying to win the ball off of number 11, Luis Zamora. And the All Navy team will get a free kick just inside Lionsbridge half.
Ball up and sent back.
The right idea there from Hector Ariano. Wanted to get number 5, Jamil Morris, in behind there off of his header. But Jamil Morris just was not on the same page as Ariano. So here's Desir. And Parker Washburn was way offsides there as he just lets the ball run to John Mayo. And John Mayo will get the All Navy men back going again.
Ball in the midfield here for the Bridge. There goes Elfares, and Elfares boots it away.
Good little passage of play here from the men of All Navy as number 7 Behringer tries to get in across, but Austin Graham does really good defensively, and the ball goes out for another goal kick for Kyle McGovern.
McGovern now. Up and away. That one off the face of forward from All Navy, Zamora. So we're here in extra time. Of the first half, it's been a relatively methodical, slow, lethargic opening frame, and that is going to be it for the opening half. And Patrick, after the first 45 minutes, what are your thoughts going into the break?
For both teams, I think Lionsbridge need to get more excitement. They need to play better, not necessarily play better, but play with a better tempo across the entire team. Like you said, this has been a very slow and lethargic game. These players they don't really look like they want to be out here.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily seem like either side is super excited about being here, but it's just kind of been a mediocre back and forth passive kickball. And I mean, other than the one goal, I mean, obviously Lionsbridge had a couple of opportunities. All Navy had a couple of chances that were just one or two steps away from turning into real scoring opportunities. What needs to change, Patrick, in the second half for things to, really get going, to get the fans excited, or if you're All Navy, to get on the board?
If you want to, for Lionsbridge, I think you need to bring on some new players. Maybe some of these guys on the bench really want to play, and they haven't really been given the opportunities. They want to show what they're worth, show Chris Wally that they deserve to be here. And for the All-Navy team, it's just finishing that final pass. They've had trouble so far early in this match with their final ball, and I feel like if they could get some of those final passes off, they would get some easy shots on goal, test Kyle McGovern a little, maybe even score a couple goals tonight.
So far, so good for the men of Lionsbridge FC. Cleef Desir makes it a 1-0 game in the 8th minute. And Kyle McGovern rocking a clean sheet through the first 45. We'll be back in about 8 minutes or so with sponsors to thank and set up the second half. You're watching Lionsbridge Peninsula Soccer on Facebook.com/Lionsbridge FC. Lionsbridge FC would like to thank its sponsors, Chick-fil-A, the official jersey sponsor of Lionsbridge FC. You can head to any participating Chick-fil-A after a Lionsbridge win in which they score a header or score on a header, and you'll be treated to a Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwich on us if you're in the stadium that night. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Riverside Medical Group is the official medical group of the Pride. Keep your player in the game with Riverside Medical Group. Those uniforms, those beautiful grays, brought to you by Nike. Nike, just do it. Our top partners include Mosquito Joe. Call Mosquito Joe for any of your mosquito problems. Big guy, Tradition Brewing Company in City Center. Be sure to head to Tradition Brewing and ask for a Lionsbridge lager. If you're going to pick up tickets, you can do so at Whole Foods Market, where you're picking up your groceries. You can buy those tickets on lionsbridge.com or lionsbridgefc.com. Pick those tickets up at Whole Foods Market. Major partners include All Pro Tactical, Tactical Technology, All Pro Performance, High Performance Sports Bags, brought to you by All Pro Tactical. Embrace Home Loans. Looking to refinance your home, get a mortgage, whatever those adult things are that you might be doing. I wouldn't know because I just live in an apartment. Check out Embrace Home Loans. Want to cool off on a summer afternoon at the Lionsbridge game? Head to Kona Ice. If you're looking for something sweet of the game, O'Doodle Do's Donuts, they're pretty good. They're also fresh, funky, fun, and they're local. Off-Leash Canine Training LLC. Let the bond with your canine be unleashed. Parkway Print Shop, the official apparel sponsor of Lionsbridge FC. Screen print and custom goods. Spacewalk. The Lionsbridge FC contests and those moon bounces are brought to you by Spacewalk. Our starting lineup partners include Animal Medical Care Center, Clancy and Thays, The Daily Press, Frog Skin, Leap Back into the Game, Quality Productions, One Life Fitness, Sarah, Harris Photography, as well as our community sponsors and community partners. Christopher Newport University, leading a life of significance. The Mariners Museum and Park, the home of the largest collection of maritime literature in the Western Hemisphere. And our starting lineup partners, Baystars FC, CSL Portsmouth FC, Newport News, Virginia, Parks, Recreation and Tourism, Premier Sports, Smithfield FC, Suffolk FC, Tidewater Sharks, Upward Soccer, Hampton, VIP United FC, Legacy Soccer Club, and Yorktown FC. Lionsbridge once again wants to thank all of its partners for making Lionsbridge Soccer on the Peninsula and the Premier Development League Soccer a possibility. Welcome back to second half action here at Pomoco Stadium. I'm Rob Smith, joined by Patrick Garber. We've got a relatively normal game on our hands, pedestrian at best in the first half, with the exception of the goal from Cleef Desir. Coming into the second frame, Patrick, we talked a little bit going into the half, but coming back out of our short break here, what has got to change for Lionsbridge FC to really get this crowd going? Because I think the weather has really impacted the attitude of the home base, as they just seem to be okay sitting where they are.
Yeah, Rob. Basically, you could see possibly a couple subs coming in early in this match. A bunch of players were warming up before the match, or before the second half of this game started, and you would expect to see them very early on in this match, just to reduce the possibility of injury. And you want to see everybody play. You got an unlimited amount of subs tonight. You want to see everyone play. The coach Chris Whaley wants everybody to play, and it's just they need to work together more.
And I think the chemistry is certainly an issue you expect to see when you have a starting group, a starting 11, that doesn't necessarily play together every single night. I mean, very much a group of misfit toys, as the only starters today are Austin Matthews and Josh Spencer. Those two starting more than half the games for the Bridge as the fog continues to roll in. You can't quite see it just yet, but it is just above the heads of the players. But as I was saying, seeing only 2 starters in the regular starting lineup. Here goes Parker Washburn. Washburn's going to make an aggressive tackle on the foul there on Washburn. But it's going to take about 45 minutes at least for you to get figured out.
Yeah, Rob. I did talk about possible substitutions coming in. You see Travis Cooke, number 7, has checked in for number 10, Aladdin Elfares. Biska Biyombo, number 21, has also checked in for Cleef Desir. It looks like number 20, James Lee, has checked in for Jamie Gunderson. And one of these starters, Austin Matthews, has been withdrawn from the game. And I cannot quite make out who is now playing center back yet, but when I get that, I'll let you know.
Please and thank you. I'm going to need those again eventually. So Cooke in for Elfares. Stop me when I start sounding incorrect here, Patrick. Travis Cooke will be at the top.
Biska Biyombo has checked in up top as well for the goal scorer, Cleef Desir.
So a whole new top line.
Then we have number 20, James Lee, checks in for... Who did he... Oh, number 3, Jamie Gunderson. And it looks like number 16, Ritchie Duffie, is the one who's checked in for Austin Matthews. And Ritchie Duffie has been starting at right back the past couple nights for the PDL team. So just bringing in more experience to play that center back role for the Bridge tonight. And we already see very high intensity so far start from the Pride. Much better than the first half. Already it's only 2 minutes into this match, the second half.
Austin Graham comes off, and that's who James Lee went on for.
Oh, Jamie Gunderson moved back to left back then. My mistake, good looks.
Trying to get this all sorted out. Lee 20 is going to be in the back. James Lee going to fill in for Gunderson as that ball is pushed forward and the save is made.
Does a great save. It looked like his shoulder. It didn't even look like his hand. That was fantastic reactions there by number 1, John Mayo.
So Lee moves forward where Gunderson once was, and Gunderson will go back to the back line. So now that we have got our bearings straight, because they don't tell us anything, we've got to figure it out on the fly as well, much like you are. We'll fill you in now. So in the game now here for Lionsbridge FC, Kyle McGovern still in goal. That's stayed the same. And then the back line from left to right, Ritchie Duffie, then Jamie Gunderson, Josh Spencer, and Robbie Jenkinson. Moving forward to the midfield again from left to right, you'll see James Lee, Gael Kisombe, Hazuki, Hashizume, and Parker Washburn. And then Biska Biyombo and Travis Cooke will be the forwards for now.
Another person did come in for the All-Navy. I've only seen, I think it's one person came in at halftime for the All-Navy team, and that was Troy Bauer-Sox. I'm still trying to figure out who he came in for. But once I figure that out, we'll have that substitution as well. Other than that, everything else from the All-Navy team is the same as the first half when they came off the pitch. I believe here's Biska
Biyombo now. And that ball gets cleared. Biyombo ran into the post.
You can see the energy from Biyombo. And you saw it in the last game too when he came onto the pitch for Max Pelker against Myrtle Beach Mutiny. He brought a very good spark to the team when they needed it. And unlucky not to get a goal that night, but hopefully he can get a goal tonight.
I was just about to say, Biyombo came in with about 20 to 30 minutes to go against the Mutiny, and he is certainly a big fella as he keeps this one in. No, he doesn't keep it in play according to the assistant referee. But he certainly created plenty of opportunities, and you expect him to do so again today. And looks to be Bowersock's win in for Kidney Beringer.
Yeah, that's what I found too. Number 7. Beringer has been withdrawn from this match.
There goes the bridge now cutting across and looking for Biska. No, they'll give it to James Lee. Lee about 45 away. Lee gets a deflection and it gets saved, and there goes Washburn. Washburn's going to try and cross, and a good shot in from Washburn as the keeper, Mayo, has no choice but to clear it for a Lionsbridge
No, it looks like
corner.
looks like the referee said the ball went off of Parker Washburn on his shot. Bounced right off of John Mayo, right out of bounds off of Parker Washburn.
Might have gone off his foot. Obviously, I don't have the best angle from here, but you can't dispute it from the replay we just saw. As there's a chance that it might have tipped off the toes.
There's a good initial shot there from James Lee, as great save after the deflection on the shot from John Mayo. And like every good keeper, got up really quick, made sure he made the next save.
And that was huge, as Washburn was right there to continue in. And, you know, right before the game, or not right before the game, but both right before gates opened here at Pomoco this evening, the guys that typically start, the likes of Max Pelker, Jalen Brown, James Ellis, Josh Spencer, I believe, was out there as well with the group. He started tonight. A couple of others were out with head coach Wally and just kind of getting some extra work in because they knew they weren't going to be out on the pitch this evening. And while they were getting all that extra work in, you notice just the extra energy that they brought as they kind of realized, like, yeah, we're not playing tonight, but we're trying to work harder and get better every day. But the thing I pulled out of that the most was Wally's intensity is second to none, especially in these training sessions, and you can see that come to play here on the pitch.
Yeah, Rob. Not necessarily has transferred over this intensity in the first half, but you would expect Chris Wally to have laid into these guys at halftime, trying to get the intensity up, trying to get this team going again after their last loss against the Myrtle Beach Community, their first loss in program history.
I was about to say in ever. Their first loss since they became a team.
Yeah, and it's just these guys, like we said earlier, these guys don't necessarily start that much. They don't get too much gameplay time. And you would expect them to bring the intensity, they want to play more. And in the first half, it just wasn't there.
Stop there by the defense.
Good work there by Robbie Jenkinson, number 25, wins the throw-in off of number 14, Garneth Robinson.
Robinson playing well tonight so far. And the game of kickball continues. That ball forward, and now coming after it is number 5, that's Morris. Morris gets stopped up by the defense, and that ball gets by everybody, and so James Lee will have the opportunity to reinsert that one in the Lionsbridge favor. Good stop there from the bridge. And now coming back over the men of All Navy.
You can see Biska, Biyombo out here on this right side. They've switched him and Parker Washburn. Parker Washburn's taking up the center forward spot now. And Biska Biyombo's yelling for the ball. He's just trying to get the ball switched. As it gets over here, he's guarded again real quick.
James Lee with a soft touch. He gives it up, and just not there was Robbie Jenkinson. Ball thrown in. Men of Navy wearing the Navy shorts, baby blue tops. Attacking here on the left side of your screen. Lionsbridge rocking the grays this evening with the blue sleeves. White lettering is another substitution to come.
Parker Washburn, the starting right mid, will be checking out for number 11, Brennen Burton. Brennen Burton out of JMU in Harrisonburg. Very, very good high school player. Transition to the college level, is doing very good up there as well. So nice to see him back on the pitch after missing the last game against the Mutiny. There's some more kickball here between Duffie and Jenkinson. And Hashizume collects the ball and is immediately given away.
Picking it up is Kyle McGovern, and McGovern will throw it into Jenkinson, and Jenkinson is going to try to push that ball forward and get stopped, and the Bridge keep it. Another touch by James Lee.
The poor first touch there. You don't want to see that from the Bridge as Gael Kisombe cleans that pass up. And Lionsbridge back on the ball.
Now onward they go. Now maintaining a little bit of possession here. And Lee tries to switch, and a good defensive play here by the men of All Navy and by the forward of All Navy. I believe that was number
12, Troy Bowersox, the man who came on at halftime.
I'll find him on my roster. Put him all the way at the top. That's where he is, Bowersox. Which, by the way, Troy Bowersox has got to be one of the best names you will see in soccer.
Yeah, I love that last name, Rob.
Bowersox is a name, man. If I could change my name to anything, it would be Bowersox. That's probably not true. But Bowersox is a cool name. So here's to you, Mr. Bowersox. Keep doing you. Lionsbridge maintaining possession, trying to get the ball into an attacking zone. And they'll lose it. Crowd getting into it. Maybe feel the potential for a goal here as that ball's out of play. Lionsbridge will get it back and quickly to be thrown in. And beautifully so, that ball gets sent in for a corner kick now from off the foot of Hector Arellano, excuse me.
It's great.
James Lee going to take it. I'll let you continue your thought after the corner. James Lee now looking for several Pride men on the 18. Lee pushes forward. It's going to be long, and it's going to go off the head of the All-Navy defender. Now back to Lee. Everyone's got to get on sides, and Lee's going to kick back. Robbie Jenkinson over to James Lee. James Lee now. Lee hooks around. Lee finds it. And if somebody had been there, it was a good send in from Lee, and it seemed as if Travis Cooke wanted it. Now coming back are the Bridge. Here comes another opportunity for the cross. And offsides is the call from the assistant referee here on the near side.
Unlucky there by Travis Cooke. Now to stay on sides. Great step there by the left back, Jamie Gunderson, as he broke up the play, pushed forward, and Travis Cooke was just barely offsides as the assistant referee saw there.
Through everybody's legs. Now to Zamora. Zamora loses it to the Pride, and there goes James Lee again, a name that we've said quite a bit here. Trying to work here on the right side. There goes 21. Ball bouncing around Biyombo.
Yeah, Rob, James Lee has been one of the, you could say, quote-unquote, stars, you could say, this half, as he came in at halftime for, who was that, Austin Graham. He stepped into midfield. He's been running the midfield so far.
James Lee gets off the head, and it's, wide right. Just missed it to the right of John Mayo, and great effort there.
And everyone in the stadium seems confused by this. Everyone thought it went in. The cannons went off.
I see that replay one more time if we can get it one more time.
This is unlucky. That was a great header there by Travis Cooke. Great ball into the box by James Lee, and
slow this one down.
Just a little wide.
It was James Lee with the kick. I'm not sure who got their head on it. Not sure who got their head on it, but it doesn't matter. It didn't go into the back of the net anyway. And this one remains 1-0.
Really unfortunate, Rob. It had everybody in the stadium confused.
Even sent off the confetti cannons.
The fans were up screaming. They thought it was a goal.
I think it might have been 11 Burton. If it wasn't Burton, it had to have been Travis Cooke, but I think it might have been 11 Burton now that I'm looking at it. Either way, just missed the opportunity there.
We don't have Austin Matthews on the pitch to do a long throw in, so it looks like Robbie Jenkinson will be taking over that duty. Not sure how far he can throw it. And Felix Kollmannthaler has checked in for Hazuki Hashizume for the Bridge. That ball sent in and is cleared away out for a throw in. So Hashizume's night is done on his, he had one assist as Brendan Burton hits the field goal for football. Unlucky there by number 11. And Felix Kollmannthaler has checked in for Hazuki Hashizume. And we'll see also number 5, Jamil Morris, come off the pitch. He was a first half sub. And we'll get this number here in 1 second for the All-Navy team.
That's 16.
So 16. Scott Cooke has checked into the pitch.
Special shout out to our guys down at the controls. Mike Santamoro, Julian Santamoro doing a great job this evening. And of course, Austin Urch and Christian Urch on cameras. And did you say Cooke went in, Hor? Is that ball up in the air? And bouncing around, and no save to be made, but a dangerous opportunity. And Back to you, Patrick.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Hashizume has checked off the pitch for number 8, Felix Kollmannthaler for the bridge. He's now playing center mid, moving James Lee out wide left. And for the All-Navy team, number 5, Jamil Morris has checked off the pitch for number 16, Scott Cooke.
So Jamil Morris, who came on for Dan Hinckley. Scott Cooke will come on for him. Sweet. We are all caught up. '66th minute of play here in Newport News. We are working our way to a full-time game sooner or later. And offsides is Cooke.
Lucky there. He was holding his run as best as he could. Brennen couldn't get the ball fast enough from the pass of Felix Kollmannthaler. And unlucky there by Travis Cooke, as him and Biska Biyombo were both offsides.
Cooke wants to see a foul in the box, but to no avail. And this contest just continues to just putz along. So we really haven't had much of an exciting contest. You know.
We'll see Zamora check off for the All-Navy team. And we'll see who is checking into the pitch. We only got 2 players left for the All-Navy team to come on.
I believe that's number 18.
No, number 10.
Number 10.
Martin Bells checked in for Luis Zamora. And Zamora was a first half sub as well. So hopefully these guys are not injured. You thought they would be able to play the rest of the match, but maybe just getting some minutes under their belt for this postseason.
Biyombo gives it to Lee. Lee has an opportunity, overshoots himself, and he knows it. And he's real upset as he just claps his hands, throws his hair up into the sky in frustration. He just overtouched it there on the beautiful pass, and there the frustration at the end is James Lee thought to electrify the crowd.
Yeah, that was a great save by John Mayo. He came off his line quick, saw what the potential situation could be, and stopped James Lee in his tracks.
So now for All Navy, you see Eckford and Bowersox at the top. Ball thrown in. I believe that was Martin Bell who got his head on it. No, Martin Bell clears it out. Bell now with it with James Lee. Lee gets a little handsy there with Bell, and that ball now pushed forward and going to get it, and clearing it is number 16, Ritchie Duffie. One nothing game in favor of Lionsbridge FC here, and what is one more substitution as Michael Tuddingham will come off. And coming on
has to be the last man, Gustavo Carrasco, number 6. Oh no, it's number 7 who came on. So Behringer's back onto the pitch.
All right. No rules tonight. No rules.
I guess you can do that now in friendlies. I did not know that. I thought once you checked off the pitch, you could not come back on. But like I said, just getting some minutes under the belt for these guys, the All-Navy team, before their big tournament coming up.
So Kidney Behringer, I guess, back into the contest. What's a PDL game anyway? This is a friendly.
These guys are just enjoying their night.
Just a little minor league soccer for your finale of May here. Foul there on the bridge. Biyombo can't believe it down there. not happy with it.
That's a big man, too. You don't want to mess with him.
Not at all.
We'll see a sub here for Lionsbridge. Before?
Sure, why not? Let's bring everybody on.
I guess not. We'll wait till the next outing of play.
It's got to be the next time Lionsbridge has the ball. So long as All Navy. I don't know. Put him back. As long as All Navy has the ball, whether it's a throw in or free kick.
Josh Spencer checking out. So the second starting center back has checked off the pitch. And we'll see who has now checked in here. Let's try and find his number.
Wait for this man to turn around. Not helping us.
I think it's 12. So
Marshal MacCartney.
MacCartney comes on for number 22, Josh Spencer.
MacCartney out on the pitch and got a whole new group. I haven't said Gunderson's name in a while, but I know he's still out there.
Been very solid at left back tonight since he moved back there at halftime.
Haven't had a lot of opportunities. Here is one of them, though, and Lionsbridge stymies it for the moment, and they'll get it back. Now coming forward and on sides is Biyombo, and a real late toss of the flag, and I feel like you throw the flag as soon as the kick is made. If you know he's offsides, why wait?
Well, Rob, that's just a thing. They have to wait until the player touches the ball on the offsides, just in case he does peel off and does not become involved in this play.
There goes Biyombo. Biyombo has an opportunity. Biyombo shakes one. He then shakes two. He gives it up. There goes James Lee. James Lee has an opportunity. Passes in. Biyombo shoots. Oh, just misses.
Great build-up play there by Biyombo. He beats his defender. He slides James Lee in behind. James Lee chips it right back to Biyombo, and Biyombo cannot keep his header down. Unlucky there for the big man.
Good give and go action there. Just unable to finish for the Bridge.
And that's been the story of the night, the past 2 nights now that we've been here. Last week, or last Saturday, we couldn't score. We lost 2-0 to Myrtle Beach Mutiny. Tonight we've only got 1 goal coming off of 2 weeks ago we got 5.
There goes Travis Cooke, and you think maybe they scored all their home goals in 1 game.
I really hope that did not happen, Rob.
Bridge got 1 tonight so far. It came from Desir.
As we'll see another sub here for the All-Navy team. As number 14, Garneth Robinson, will be checking out of the match. And I guess we can't assume who this could be.
We have no idea. Literally no idea as Garneth Robinson comes out. Robinson with a solid evening tonight on the pitch.
And we'll see here.
I think I see 16. No, 16's already in the game.
So
that ball in, another opportunity for the Bridge, and a save made by Mayo.
Great save by Mayo. So that is Gustavo Carrasco has checked in finally for
there we go.
The All-Navy team. Has 17 minutes left in this match to make a name for himself for this team.
Tuning up for tournament play are the All-Navy men.
We want to wish them the best of luck in that tournament. Hopefully they can bring home another championship, 5-time champions.
Last time in 2003, so it's been about 15 years since they won that tournament. Biyombo gives it up, a shot on and misses.
Brennen,
Felix Kollmannthaler.
Just scuffed his shot there unluckily. You know he wants that one back.
The Navy tuning up for that tournament, and again, we wish them the best of luck when it really matters. As for Lionsbridge, they've not necessarily played great tonight. It's been a pretty melodramatic game, but you kind of expect something like that when there are all-stars like Pelker and Brown aren't in the game.
Yeah, you just want to see these guys get some game minutes. see if they can make a name for themselves. You saw Cleef Desir get a goal earlier tonight.
James Lee gives it up. Now that cross in, it's low, and it gets cleared for a corner kick.
Brennen and Burton run over to take this corner.
Burton going to take it quickly and take it short. Now Burton with a little better angle. Now coming in, there's Jamie Gunderson. Gunderson kicks it to the outside and kicks it right out of play. Just out of reach for Robbie Jenkinson.
That could have just been the pitch, Rob. The ball's been bobbling all over the place tonight. As we see a great ball there.
And it's this
Bower
defensive stop there from Kyle McGovern. Continue your thought.
Bower Sox just unlucky not to get there tonight.
Another opportunity, and back over it is McGovern. Things starting to pick up here for Kyle McGovern. I think he's already made 5 or 6 saves tonight. I'm not sure what the exact numbers are. Maybe my statisticians can help me out.
One thing I really like these kids from the all-Navy team, Rob. Nice little gradient pattern going from the traditional navy blue up to a little lighter blue. It looks very nice on the pitch.
All Navy continuing to play hard, trying to threaten here. Biyombo is open. Biyombo is trying to stay on sides, and a good defensive play to keep him on. About 14 minutes left in this contest. Another opportunity, and coming at it and trying to take him out is McGovern, and McGovern makes a dangerous play there on the forward. I'm not sure who it was. It might have been Bower Sox.
I believe so. I think that was Bower Sox, Rob, and it's just great ball in behind again. This defense has been getting split left and right these past couple minutes, and Kyle McGovern came out way off his line and had to get that challenge right. If it's not right, then you gotta say that's a red card challenge.
Seems like the back line is just kind of getting tired here.
We'll see another sub. Bower Sox checks out, and I think that is Dan Hinckley, if I remember correctly. So if he turns around, we'll be able to see his number. As Eckford is walking off the pitch, he looks to be hurt on that challenge. So the all-Navy team will potentially be playing with 10 men for now.
Looks like they're trying to make a sub for him, and they are.
There we go. So Eckford's night is done as well.
Eckford, a starter who played the entire 78 minutes up until this point, so his replacement will come in for the final 12.
Good solid performance tonight from Eckford, as well as the rest of this team. As you see, number 21, Orlando Zapata Garcia comes in for Eckford. And like I said, just a tune-up game for them. Everybody getting minutes, everyone playing. And we want to see them do well in this tournament coming up for them.
And other than the one goal that came from Desir, which was kind of a point-blank range shot, here comes Travis Cooke. Cooke now has an opportunity, shoots, and wide right, just misses it there, and Mayo doesn't have to make a save, and he'll get the goal kick. But really, other than that point-blank range shot from Cleef Desir, John Mayo has been excellent in net for All-Navy.
Yeah, no doubt, Rob. John Mayo came into this night not expecting anything from this Lionsbridge team. Sure, they've scored a lot of goals in the past couple games, but John Mayo's been equally up to this task so far. Just letting in that one goal, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, depending on who you're cheering for, if you're a fan of All Navy, certainly is unfortunate, as his counterpart has played just a little bit better tonight. 1 goal, in fact, better. If you're a fan of Lionsbridge FC, you're certainly happy with the score as is. You'd like to see another goal if you could. Not like the Pride haven't had plenty of opportunities to do so, and they'll get another one here. There goes 27, Kisombe. Kisombe now inside the 18. Kisombe with 3. Kisombe steamrolls his man, sends it in, and it gets sent back. Kollmannthaler.
Kollmannthaler's been really good coming in during this second half. He's been controlling the midfield since they moved James Lee out wide, just passing the ball around. Hopefully he gets some more chances later in this season.
Ball back in and back out. McGovern certainly in net has been the field general this evening. McGovern orchestrating the defense and bailing out his back line when they have forced him no other option.
I also think Gael Kisombe has been really well tonight, playing that CDM role for the bridge. Just blocking all sorts of passing lanes, clearing the ball out, playing balls in behind, dribbling in behind. We saw him do a couple solo runs himself and just breaking up challenges.
You know, we mentioned at the beginning of the game, about 15 to 20 minutes in, Patrick, we noticed the pace of the game was slow, and we kind of hoped that something would pick it up, and it just 65 minutes later, we're in the 82nd minute now, and pace has not improved. It's not gotten any better. It's just kind of stayed at this melodramatic tempo through 82 minutes. Sometimes you have nights like that, I guess.
Yeah, Rob. It's just unfortunate for these fans to see. You know, they wanted multiple goals tonight, and it's just really unfortunate. Everybody loves a good 5-goal thriller like we did see against Evergreen here, but
turnover almost turned into a second goal, and you know, you can't have 5-0 every night. Can't have 5-1 every night as much as you'd like to see that if you're a fan of the home guys, but
yeah,
sometimes it takes a game of kickball and a 1-0 result for you to pick up the win, and that seems to be obviously still a lot of time left. I mean, 1 goal can be scored in 15 seconds or less. You got 8 or so minutes. There's Kisombe. Kisombe trips up on the pitch, and
that's been the story of the night, Rob. This
pitch
pitch
conditions,
has
absolutely
not held up. Multiple players falling tonight, and it's just really been unfortunate. It's been breaking up the play, and you've seen mistakes that don't normally happen, with like Austin Matthews in the first half almost giving up a goal as he slipped at the worst possible time. Unfortunately, or luckily for him, it did go to Kyle McGovern. And we just hope their pitch improves later on in the season as that ball goes out for a throw into the All-Navy team. You take nothing away from these guys. These guys have been excellent tonight, even if it is just a tune-up game. Here's Burton for Lionsbridge. He gets a
cross around Lee, just can't get his head on it. Gets out of play.
All Navy player down right here. We don't want to see this right before their big tournament. And he was holding his leg up. Looks like a cramp. You could expect that on a humid night like this. And you just don't want to see that if you're them or any fan here. As number 3, Hector Aureliano, goes down. And Ariano has played the entire night so far, all 84 minutes of it. So unfortunate to see him cramp up, and we'll see a sub. And it looks to be his night done as well as, I believe that's number 15, Martin Sanchez, who's also played the entire night tonight. So Garneth Robinson, number 14, checks back in, as well as Luis Zamora.
So next time this Lionsbridge team will be in action will be on Saturday. They'll be on the road, and the next time they'll be here at home in Pomoco Stadium will be next Wednesday, June 9th, and they'll be against Charlotte, the defending national champions of the Premier Development League. The Charlotte Eagles will be in town next Wednesday, June 9th. You can come out to the stadium if you had a ticket for the May 19th game that got rained out against Charlotte. You can come and present your name at will call, and you'll be able to get in no problem at all. You can also buy tickets for that game if you don't have them already on LionsbridgeFC.com. Special shout out one more time to our top partners with the Lionsbridge FC, Chick-fil-A. Be sure to stop by a local Chick-fil-A on your way home. Grab a milkshake. Cool off. It's humid out there, and I know milkshake would certainly make me feel better right now. Riverside Medical Group, the official medical group of Lionsbridge FC, as Biyombo pulls up on the right side looking for somewhere to cross. Keep your player in the game with Riverside Medical Group. That ball up in the air by Burton. Bouncing. And a shot on and a save made. Now another opportunity by Cooke, and it's saved again, and John Mayo.
John Mayo has been excellent tonight, Rob. 2 big saves there. One point blank laying on the ground, just sticks his legs up and blocks the shot. And frustration again from Travis Cooke, number 7 for Lionsbridge, as he can't seem to get that goal.
Back to sponsors. Nike, the official uniform sponsor of Lionsbridge. That ball into James Lee. Mosquito Joe Tradition Brewing and Whole Foods Market. The top partners, major partners, include All Pro Tactical, Embrace Home Loans, Kona Ice, O'Doodle Doos Donuts, Off Leash Canine Training LLC, Parkway Print Shop, and Spacewalk, established 1859. And your starting lineup partners, Animal Medical Care Center, Clancy and Thays, Daily Press, Frog Skin, Quality Productions, and One Life Fitness. And last but not least, community partners include Christopher Newport University, the Mariners Museum, as well as Premier Sports. One more time, Lionsbridge FC would like to thank its sponsors for bringing soccer to the peninsula.
Oh yeah, Rob, don't forget. Also, everybody follow Lionsbridge on Twitter at Lionsbridge FC. Real easy, just make a Twitter, follow them.
Open up that Twitter account, type in Lionsbridge FC. You can get all the updates for the game. Our social media team here is phenomenal. You can also follow them on Instagram at Lionsbridge FC, and obviously here on Facebook, facebook.com/Lionsbridge FC. There goes Cooke, Travis Cooke in front of the goal. He shoots and it gets stopped and saved by John Mayo once again. When tweeting at Lionsbridge FC, you want to talk about your experience online, be sure to use the hashtag #ThisIsOurBridge. One more time, use the hashtag #ThisIsOurBridge. Tell us all about your experience at Pomoco Stadium and with Lionsbridge FC this summer. Another dangerous chance scooped up by Kyle McGovern.
Garneth Robinson just couldn't get on the end of that pass, and it was a great ball in behind the defense there. Once again, getting split by the deadly balls that have been played by number 11 and number 10 of the all-Navy team.
Oh, and that's got to be a foul on Jamie Gunderson.
And he'll pick up a yellow there. Silly foul there.
That is just laziness on Gunderson. He's been out there all night. I mean, I can't blame him. He's in the 89th minute of the contest, but that jersey grab is just a product of just being tired.
There's a great turn there by number 4, Dan Hinckley, nonetheless, and he beat Jamie Gunderson fair and square. Jamie Gunderson just did not like it. Pulled him back and gave up the foul.
90th minute here. Last chance for All Navy to knot this one up. James Lee's going to take that one away. James Lee now gives it back up. Special shout out to our production crew this evening. Austin Gregory and the production crew as the bridge close things out.
You see Jamie Gunderson's down there. That looks like a cramp as well. The All-Navy team helping him. Good sportsmanship here.
Gunderson just, yeah, absolutely cramped up. And you suspected something like that when you see something like a pull and pull that yellow card. He's got to be tired, and the cramp is to no surprise.
Exactly. He's played all 88 minutes tonight, and he's calling to the bench for a sub. So we may be seeing one last player for the bridge tonight, as he will be getting about a minute and a half, depending on stoppage time. But nonetheless, an appearance. And it could be somebody's first appearance. You never know. As Anthony Astruc is the only outfield player left for the bridge who has not come onto the pitch yet. And you hope this isn't a bad injury for Jamie Gunderson. He started that opening night game here against Evergreen. Played very well. He went off with an injury that game too. So hopefully this doesn't serve as a trend for Gunderson.
Gunderson going to come off. Hopefully he's okay. And you can see the back of his jersey. He looks like he played rugby today. And he certainly was excellent on the pitch for Lionsbridge tonight. In a full 90 minutes of work, he'll come off for the stoppage time. And be sure to stick around after the quick sign-off for a post-game interview with head coach Chris Wally, as well as, who knows, it might be Desir, it might be McGovern. McGovern giving Lionsbridge their first clean sheet of the year. And we're looking at 3 minutes of stoppage time.
So it is number 24, Anthony Astruc.
Biyombo there.
Who has checked in for Jamie Gunderson, getting the last 3 minutes.
Biyombo to Lee. Lee gives it up. Gets to Cooke. Cooke shoots. He scores!
Great ball in there behind from James Lee. Great cross. Travis Cooke finally gets on the end of it. And Lionsbridge finally gets the second goal as they wrap up tonight's match.
So Travis Cooke puts it in the back of the net off the great feed from James Lee. And it is a 2-0 contest in favor of the bridge, and that'll do it, as we are just about done here in Newport News.
And we see a goalie change too, Rob. Looks like Luke Messick, number 99, will check in for the outstanding number 0, Kyle McGovern, tonight. Kyle McGovern picks up that clean sheet. First one of the night.
So Lionsbridge FC just moments away, waiting for the whistle. Obviously this won't affect that extra time. The bridge certainly picking up a win, and a big one at that. Doesn't do much for their PDL standings, but certainly happy to pick up a win whenever you can, in a friendly or otherwise. And so the 2-0 final score is all but finalized as we wait for the final whistle.
It's been a great night tonight. Good play in the second half especially. Travis Cooke finally getting that goal. He's been waiting for the entire second half. He came on as a second half sub, and he's played exceptionally tonight, Rob.
I don't know which was more impressive, the goal or the assist, and I think it was a header. I wasn't 100% sure, but it was a beautiful goal nonetheless. And the assist from James Lee, just to top it off. His team overall, great start to the game, and then a lethargic middle, and then a nice finish.
Yeah, Rob.
And, you really can't ask. I mean, you can ask for plenty more, but 2 goals, a clean sheet, or just about a clean sheet. And there it is, the clean sheet. And an overall good performance for Lionsbridge. May have been boring, may have been something the fans didn't necessarily enjoy watching. However, a win is a win is a win. Friendly PDL playoffs you're happy to see it, and you're happy to see the complete performance.
Yeah, Rob, it's been an excellent night from Lionsbridge as well as the All-Navy team. You can't take anything away from their performance. And it's just we wish the All-Navy team the best of luck in this upcoming tournament. We want them to do well, especially since how they played here tonight. Drove all the way down from DC. That's not a short journey, and wish them the best.
Absolutely wishing them the best of luck in their future endeavors as they've got a big tournament coming up. As for Lionsbridge FC, they'll be back in action on Saturday night, forgive me, in Carolina. And they'll be back here at Pomoco Stadium on Wednesday of next week. That's Wednesday, June 9th against Charlotte. And when they come to Charlotte, or when Charlotte comes here, it'll be the next time that we play Pomoco Stadium, and you will be able to catch that one here on Facebook.com/Lionsbridge FC. For our first sign off, be sure to stick around for the post-game interview in just a moment, but we appreciate you tuning in for now. For Mike Santamoro and the production crew, Austin Gregory, Christian Urch, Julian Santamoro, Austin Urch, and Patrick Garber by my side, I'm Rob Smith, reminding you one more time, final score in this one, Lionsbridge 2, All-Navy 0. Be sure to, again, to stick around for a post-game interview in a few minutes. I not using this?
I'll be right there. You have audio too, Mike?
Don't forget to record, by the way.
I'm ready to. So we'll get covered no matter what.
I feel like a game show host with the stupidest thing. Here, we'll step up. Be pretty easy stuff. We'll talk about the goal, talk about the game. It felt kind of like just a slow pace to me. Did it feel like it was just kind of... Yeah. It's on, but it's not like...
Test. All right, let me run up there real quick, and I'll give you a thumbs up.
Okay. Two mic thing is weird. Welcome back to facebook.com/Lionsbridge FC. Here, post game with Cleef. It's Cleef Desir. Game winning goal scored today. First and foremost, let's talk about the goal. What was it like? Just kind of break it down from your angle. What was the goal about?
Well, starting from the midfield, I was just tracking the ball. So the ball got played out wide to Hazuki, and he was making running behind, and just perfect timing and great service for him, and I was able to hit it one time.
And on Saturday, you guys got scored on pretty early in the contest. Weren't able to, come back and score it all in that game. A lot of frustration, a lot of opportunities, just couldn't finish. How nice was it, to kind of have that weight lifted off your chest, scoring early in this contest?
It was actually pretty relieved. Basically in training, that's all we did is just, trying to get, put ourselves in positions where getting in the box and, hitting the ball first time, trying to, get, hitting the back of the net and trying to score. So it was actually pretty good.
And then the last question I'll ask you before I get to Kyle is, you guys have played 5 games now, 2 wins, 2 draws, a loss. How do you guys feel chemistry is finally building up now you've got a couple of games under your belt going into another road game on Saturday?
Well, with 5 games under our belt, the chemistry is, getting stronger every day in training. The guys are like really, melting together in terms of, learning how to play together and learning each other's tendencies. It's coming along pretty well.
Great, awesome. Thank you so much. Best of luck on Saturday. We'll bring in Kyle next. Last but not least, we'll talk to head coach Chris Wally. All right, so first and foremost, great game tonight. First clean sheet, first shutout in Lionsbridge history. How's it feel to, one, have that accomplishment, and secondly, how do you feel you played tonight?
Well, it feels great for us to get our first clean sheet. Obviously, we've played well in the last couple games, but we haven't really been able to put it together defensively and stay organized and finally get that clean sheet. But it feels good because, something we talked about was staying together as a unit, continuing to work hard for one another to make sure we get that clean sheet because that's something that we obviously want to achieve. But, it feels great for us all. Obviously, it's a team effort. Everyone did well defensively today, defenders were able to limit opportunities from the other team, which, leaves me with not too much to do, but was able to make a couple good saves.
And you seemed to be not necessarily bored, but you didn't have a whole lot to do for about 60, 70 minutes in the middle of that game. Near the end, they started to kind of try to chip the ball over the back line, which it seemed to be like they were starting to get a little bit tired. How do you stay focused in a game like that where you don't have a whole lot of work to do?
Oh, well, that just comes with part of being a goalkeeper. You know, we don't always have too much work to do. It's just about a mental toughness, being able to always stay checked on, always be ready for when you're called upon. And like you said, when they started coming, we just was ready.
Great job tonight, and best of luck in your next start.
Thank you.
All right, and last but not least, we'll bring on head coach Chris Wally. And with the rain, we'll try to make it quick, try to get you out of here. First and foremost, Coach, congrats on the win. Just a friendly tonight, but how do you feel your team played, getting prepared for another PDL game on Saturday?
Kept first clean sheet in, 5 games? That's pretty cool. I'm frustrated because we create a lot of chances and we just need to be more ruthless.
And the chances just keep coming. What needs to change for your forwards to start putting the ball in the back of the net? You had 5 in your first home game, and since then haven't been as prolific. What's got to change?
Well, we scored 2 in 2. So if we keep clean sheets, we'll win every game. I think we need to get behind them, tell them we believe in them, and not worry so much about it because we'll keep clean sheets.
And obviously it's nice to get those clean sheets. As for Saturday, what's the game plan? What's the thought after tonight? How can we get better?
Well, another clean sheet. I think everyone gets free donuts, right?
Yeah,
from O'Doodles. So that's pretty cool. Now, get back to scoring more goals, defend well, and keep trying to be positive and win as many games in this league. But we're working hard, and it's pretty cool how we're developing and improving. I thought it was neat that we got to play against the Navy team tonight as well, and we obviously appreciate them for their service, and hopefully they can take something from this game and move on and do well in their tournament as well.
Well said. We wish you the best of luck on Saturday. Thanks so much, and congratulations, Coach. So that's going to do it for us here at facebook.com/Lionsbridge FC. We appreciate you tuning into this one. And for Austin Gregory and the production crew, Mike Santamoro, Christian Urch, Austin Urch, Julian Santamoro, and Patrick Garber on my side. 2-0, the final score. Lionsbridge fans go home happy. They'll be back in action on Saturday on the road and back here at Pomoco Stadium. Looking forward to seeing you here at Pomoco Stadium next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, they'll be playing against the Eagles of Charlotte. For all of us here, I'm Robert Smith, signing off. You have a good night.